Hey there everybody, Eric from Outer Limitless coming at you today with another video. Now here in my hands, this is the Exodus knife and tool AdventureCraft. You'll notice with the factory scales, this is a cool little knife that I covered in a prior video, but today we're getting down to a little bit of customization with the Chroma scales. Now, Jacob from Exodus Knife and Tool has created a huge series of really impressive scales for the AdventureCraft series of knives. And here the Chroma scales. These are in the pattern Trout, which is so cool. I absolutely love these. These recently dropped and became available. You'll notice that not only the scales, but also just a really cool bead. This is a fantastic way to enhance your AdventureCraft. So with that, let's swap out these scales and take a look. And so as we get into the swapping of the scales, the AdventureCraft, manufactured by White River Knife and Tool, a USA-made company, S35 VN steel. And here you can see these sort of natural micarta scales. They are held on with a 3-bolt pattern. And the funny thing is they do leverage a T7 Torx bit, which is kind of in between. If you're a folding knife guy, you're used to the T8s or T6s, but in this particular case, we have a T7. So getting on these, nice to be able to unbolt the scales, and that really is the factor that allows the customizability. So just undoing these, and we'll remove the factory scales. And so now with the factory scales removed, you'll notice that this is a full tang design. There is no skeletonizing. And the slabs, so as you see, the factory slabs, they are held on by some simple spacers, and then again, those T7 screws. But now moving forward, again, these Chroma scales coming just in this cool little setup here. So you'll see just kind of twisted together. Now you're gonna have to kind of cut this free. You'll notice that this is sort of a welded shut little loop here. Simple pliers or just the ability to cut this free. You could probably just bend this apart if you needed to. But again, you end up with the beautiful Chroma scales. So as you take a look at these in detail, just absolutely cool. On the inside, you can see labeled as Chroma scales, and I believe these are 3D printed. And then you end up with this little bead. So what I'm going to do is first mount the scales. So very simple. We're going to get these back into place. Now you'll notice as you go to press these on, the spacers are going to be a little bit tight in the holes. You're going to have to kind of press them on. In this particular case, they pushed from this side through to this side. You're just going to have to take a minute sort of get everything seated into the appropriate location, but just take your time. Don't stress on anything and everything will go nice and easy. I'm going to leverage the screw just to pull everything back into place. Nice and square. And that's seating my barrel spacer right down where it needs to fit. Very simple. Kind of gets it a little bit centered. Which now, as you take a look at this, very, very nice. Now, one thing I didn't do, and I kind of wish I did on camera, is show these side by side. I believe that the Chroma scales are just a little bit thicker, so it should fill out your hand just a little bit more. This knife already rolled around very nicely in the hand, very nimble and quick to, just craft and do sort of different types of tasks. So it actually enhances and continues to enhance the overall sort of maneuverability of this nice little knife. So very, very cool. I love these scales already. Leveraging some reflective paracord, I'm just going to make a neat little lanyard, very simple, which as you see it here, again, just a very simple little lanyard, pretty much just to hold on that cool little bead. And you'll notice that I now have this in the sheath. These aftermarket scales literally snapping in perfectly. No rattle, no movement, no chance this will come out. Literally a factory fit. So all in all, if you like your AdventureCraft and you're looking to have a little bit of fun, maybe you want to make it your own, tweak it out just a little bit, get that sort of fishing trout style, this might be a great way to go. So take a look at AdventureCraft, take a look at the offerings for the Chroma scales, many other just incredible offerings from Exodus Knife and Tool. So the AdventureCraft, White River, Exodus Knife and Tool collaboration, very cool. So all right guys, thanks for stopping by. I hope you like what you saw. I hope you found it a little bit informative. If you like what you saw, please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thanks for stopping by. Take care now. I'll see you soon.